This is Nick, and I'm going to show you how to install the Billet Technology catch can on a Ram 1500 8-speed. Now let's go over what we actually get from Billet Technology with the catch can. We got a catch can with the C bracket already ready for the Rams. And here's all of our hardware. You get 2 double male bar fittings, a screw with a lock washer, as well as with the spacer, the hoses that you need, and you're going to need some actual tools, a 13mm socket wrench, as well as the wrench and a screwdriver. And I'm going to show you now through the steps. The first steps actually with the screwdriver is to remove the air intake tube into the air intake here, and here it's the sensor. You can remove just as easy. It's actually a clip. And then there's actually a clamp here as well that you can unscrew with a screwdriver. It looks just like this one, but on this side. Just like so. Once they're both loose, should come right out.
Make sure you remove the engine cover as well. It's for easier access
Yes.
if you need to.
We need to actually. We do need to, and we'll remove it as such. Pull straight up. Be careful with this hose right here. And on the back, there's 2 clips that actually you got to pull this way towards the front of the engine. And those are the 2 clips we're talking about there. Once that's removed, you're actually going to locate the PCV hoses, the stock ones. You're going to replace them with ours. So once again, the catch can's an inline filter. So there you go. You'll need the 2 hoses. Well, we're going to remove the stock hose, and on the 8 speeds, on the 2014s, are actually a hard line with 2 rubber ends on each side. And you actually pull it out just like that. Comes right off. Here's this side. Same with this one. Comes right off. There you go. You'll see that they both are open. The rubber ends are open. That is where your double male fittings are going to go to. But it's actually easier if you put them on the hoses first. And it's going to go on, one it's going to go on the short one, and one's going to go on the longer one.
You're going to prep that hose up a little though, right there, Nick?
Yes, actually some of these hoses are pretty hard to get these bar fittings in. It's pretty tough. And you're going to have a hard time. Sometimes in the colder weather, it's a lot tighter due to the weather. We do use some mineral oil to actually get them lubed up so it works a little bit better. I'll show you how to do that right now. Make sure not to get it all over you, of course. Just a little bit. Put it on both sides. There you go. And once again, we're going to grab it. I'm going to bring it over here actually because it's easier. Put in the blue part right in. It goes all the way in. Same thing with the longer hose. Same thing with the other side, the blue side. Now these 2 ends are actually going to go on the car side, and I'll show you that after the catch can's installed. That's prepped, that's ready to go. Next is your catch can, okay?
Alright, I'm going to come over.
And then you're going to actually use, here it is, right here. We're going to use the remaining hardware, which is your spacer, your screw, and your lock washer. So you basically put your spacer right through the screw, and that is going to go through the C bracket as such. Alright, and that is going to be this right here is going to be installed right onto this bolt right back here where my finger is at. See that? Perfect. Yes. So we'll want it as such. Getting around all these tubes, and of course not losing your hardware. And actually, boss, I made a mistake on this one. Hold on, let me go back, boss. Hold on, aim over here, please. I'm sorry, I actually misinformed you on that one. C bracket, bolt through it with the lock washer, and the spacer will go on the flat end, actually, of the C bracket as such, which it would be against the engine block. On that hole I showed you earlier. So get the catch can around these tubes carefully. Make sure to hold your hardware in so it doesn't fall out like that. It's a little tight in there. There we go. Just line it up with the hole and thread it by hand first to make sure you're not cross threading. There you go. You can see it there. Then I'm doing it with my hand, threading it right on. You can go until it's snug. And your next thing is, now, the wrench.
I'll move that over on this side.
So you get your wrench in socket to tighten the bolt in place. Alright, and as you get tighter, you line up your catch can so it sits nice and straight. Once it's nice and straight, you just get it nice and tight, nice and snug in there. No need to over tighten. See, the catch can will stay right in place. And now, finally, for the very last part of the installation is to put your hoses to close the circuit. And we'll do the short one first. Goes right into that rubber opening. Just like that. And either end of the catch can is an in or out. So just, it lines up perfectly here, as such. There we go. With the bar fittings, you just have to push in place and it'll hold it. And then the long one, which we need to reach back here, routing it as such here. Careful with all the harness and wires in there as you route your can, hoses. And you got an installed catch can. Then we just put everything back on. That's reverse of what we did at the beginning. Obviously this piece you don't need any longer. And starting with the engine cover. Put it right back on. Two coats in the rear. Get this hose around.
Very important you
Install your sensor, of course.
that center back in. That's super
And
important.
tighten the clamps around the air intake hose and the throttle body and the intake hose and the actual filter over here. And you're done.
Good job.